The executive producer of NBC Sports, Terry O'Neill, with 13:24 to play. The Broncos with a 3rd down and 9 play coming up. Elway gets some time, loops to an open man. Running free is Vance Johnson. He has the 1st down all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the Vance running free, and a lead pass to Elway under pressure for a 20-yard gain.
Once again, here's this defense that has not worked, and here's the primary receiver. This is the man who is single in coverage, and Johnson goes over here and gets picked off. Elway has the time enough to look and wait for Johnson to clear through all of the mess out there. And you see Kirby Jackson, 47, not even close, a 20-yard gain. And boy, has this game plan worked. They have beat that defense, the nickel package of Buffalo, to death.
Humphrey darting in, darting out, turning the corner and getting down to the 14-yard line on a 1st down carry. And we're going to go back to NFL Live in New York now, and Bob Costas. Bob?
Don Albert Bentley is having a huge day for Indianapolis. Watch this 26-yard run for the touchdown off the delayed handoff. Big hole, but then he stutter steps his way by Terry Hogue, eluding the tackle, in for the touchdown. Indy's within 3 at 20-17.
Colts need that badly.
Yes, so does Ron Meyer. So does Ron Meyer.
Let's see what the Broncos go to now in this diverse game plan of theirs, attacking from every dimension. 2nd down and 8. Draw. Humphrey down to the 8-yard line. Gain of 6 or 7 yards on the play. And the Bills defense doesn't seem to have its usual pop now, as Denver's taken it away, and they've also taken the crowd out of the game. Giants blowing away Dallas for a 2nd time this season. Miami doing the same to Pittsburgh. Dolphins will have a 1-game lead in the AFC East over Buffalo at day's end. Dolphins are going to 3-1 with that apparent victory at Pittsburgh today. Bills unable to stop. Draw plays. Sprint draw. Flag draw. Humphrey up the middle. Elway sets in a shotgun and calls a quarterback draw. And he's down to the 7-yard line. Looks like he's just short of a 1st down. It'll bring up 4th down. They'll kick a field goal.
Certainly a design play. Flooded the left side of the formation with wide receivers, and he runs the quarterback rollout to the right. Didn't work. Darryl Talley with the tackle. One of the few plays today that's not worked.
This game going by very quickly. A year ago, it'd be 3:45 when you had 10 minutes left in the game. It's 20 after 3 here Eastern time. Treadwell has it blocked. Cornelius Bennett, he can run. Cornelius Bennett, and a live ball is going to go the distance for the Bills. So the defense will score a touchdown as Cornelius Bennett takes it all the way. No flags.
It looked like Nate Odoms was the guy who blocked it.
Norwood to try the point after. He'd bring Buffalo to within 4 if he hits it, or within 5, and he does. Now it looks like there's a penalty marker down also. Roughing the kicker it might have been, so they'll kick off after penalty yardage. Extra point is good.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. 28 defense. That penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
Cornelius 80 yards for a touchdown, and this crowd has erupted now in the big defensive play.
Once again, you'll see the block. It's Odoms from the outside. Again, it's on Rick Dennison, 55. He was cut 3 weeks ago, brought back this week. Ends up being Cornelius Bennett's first touchdown in the NFL.
Now to live action, the kickoff downfield taken at the 5-yard line. Winder breaks it, and Sammy Winder's out across the 25 to the 27-yard line, and again, very nearly a late hit. I was talking yesterday, Trump, at practice with Bruce DeHaven, the Bills special teams coach, and they stress blocking kicks by extending at the ball, not raising your arms. That gives people a window to get it in the air.
Well, you got a young man, Rick Dennison, who for years was a major contributor to this Bronco defense. Waived 3 weeks ago, brought back in the middle of this week, and that's the second block that has happened in that spot. Remember, Darryl Talley got inside and blocked the field goal before. Odoms this time gets it outside.
The Broncos had this crowd out of the game, but now they're right back in it. Humphrey hit, knocked down. Jeff Wright, the nose tackle, who's been knocked around a little bit today, makes a head-on stick. A gain of no gain. 2nd down and 10.
That may be one of the few tackles he's made all day. This time he jumps behind Keith Karts.
It was a full hit.
Yes, it was.
Humphrey protecting the ball. Both these defenses are hunting the football. This place is now a cauldron of sound. 80,000, making it tough on Elway and the Bronco offense. Denver leads 21 to 16. Timing throw. Elway tip ball. Intercepted. The ball's picked off by Leonard Smith. He's going to go in, and Buffalo takes the lead. Extra point attempt by Norwood is no good. He missed the extra point. And Buffalo now holds to a 1-point lead, 22 to 21. Even if they made it, a field goal could conceivably win it for the Broncos, but we've got a long way to go. The defense is now scoring. So big things are happening fast here in Buffalo as the Bills have scored twice on defensive touchdowns and taken the lead. Now they kick off again. Vance Johnson dancing. He's in trouble. Here's a penalty marker down. Bills have really ignited this whole place. The team and the 80,000. Legal use of hands on the kick return by Denver. So Coach Reeves' team will be way back in their own end to start a drive. They're down by a single point with a lot of time left.
Illegal block on the back. Number 60.
Here's the tip pass by Leon Seals. 96 is the man who gets his hand up. Leonard Smith there to make the interception. And now the turnovers today, 12 points produced for Buffalo defensively, 2 missed extra points.
Big block on the return by Shane Conlon. And Leonard Smith goes in. And right after Cornelius Bennett went in on an 80-yard return of a blocked field goal. Elway unable to call signals, looking to the referee for relief.
Yeah, now wait a minute. Now Buffalo's here is encouraging the fans to do that, and that's not smart because they'll stop the 45-second clock and Denver can stand there forever. The defense can't encourage the crowd. Now Shane Conlon is telling them to quiet down. That's going to help a bunch, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
They get the message.
Yes.
Has been requested to assist in quieting the crowd. We appreciate your cooperation.
Whether or not he'll get their cooperation remains to be seen. John Elway was talking about the difficulty of all the audibles they like to call in a stadium as loud as this, and there's none louder than Mile High. If the Bills were out there, the crowd in Mile High would take an offense out of the game on the other side.
But they worked out in the bubble this week in Denver just in case this happens, so they'll go on a silent count. Should not be a factor.
Probably to Humphrey. He's the lone setback in the ace backfield, the ace alignment. Fumble. Elway got it.
No,
Buffalo has it.
Bennett.
The noise, and it might have been a count off on the snap. I think he might have gotten the snap before Elway was ready for it.
Well, it looked to me like the center, Keith Karts, he had a big block to make on Jeff Wright, and it looked like he moved too quickly.
Virtually no game clock time has elapsed, and Buffalo's in position to score its third touchdown.
Yeah, best thing that's happened to Buffalo is the offense hasn't taken the field.
Right. Handoff. Touchdown, Kenneth Davis. Absolutely unbelievable what's going on here.
That's 2 touchdowns in about 12 seconds. Okay.
Norwood ready to kick yet another extra point try. He's missed 2 today. He gets this one.
Amazing.
And he extends Buffalo's lead to 8 points. A very, very important extra point. Denver has to score a touchdown and a field goal to win now.
That's 19 points now produced by Buffalo because of the turnovers. 19 of the 29 scored. Again, we got to go back to the fumble. Watch the center, Keith Karts. He's got a key block, and it looks to me like he pulls out too quickly. Never gets the snap cleanly up to John Elway and Cornelius Bennett there to make the recovery. Boy, is that 2 big plays in a row? Picks up the block field goal, runs it in. I don't know if I've ever seen a game turn this quickly, this much.
I don't think I have. Absolutely astounding. Buffalo scored 3 touchdowns in 1 minute and 17 seconds. 77 seconds. 3 touchdowns. 2 by the defense. Spinning kick short coming up on his advanced jump. He got ahead of steam. And he's across the 35 out to the 36. And there's still 9 minutes and 2 seconds left to play in the game. So Elway has a lot of time to work. Broncos down by 8. 5 Denver turnovers today, though. A minute and a half ago, Denver led this game 21-9. Minute and a half on the game clock. Now they're trailing 29-21. It's been unbelievable. Crowd noise is unbelievable also. Elway gets the play off. He's got time. Throws to Bobby Humphrey, and Shane Conlon drills him.
If the Buffalo Bills can't stop him here with all this adrenaline pumping, they can't stop him. I don't think this defense can be any higher emotionally than it is right now.
Defense is going to say to the Buffalo offense when they go out, see if you can hold them.
Yes. Just get us the ball. We'll score.
That's right. Elway runs out of time and throws the ball away.
Seals tipped that ball again, Don.
Yeah, he did. Leon Seals who's had a tremendous season from the first day of August practice. The left end from Jackson State, Dr. Sack. He's got that in his license plate.
I think I'd pick him in a jump ball too, because he's been up there today. Watch again. Seals right out there. No, the ball was not tipped. Take it back.
Elway 10 of 20, 149 yards. He's been intercepted twice. Bills jamming the front. Smith left early. Could be a free play if John Elway can get away, and he can't.
That'll come back though.
Bruce Smith is saying he was drawn offside.
Of course he would.
Apparently he was.
False start, number 60 on the offense. No play. No play.
Number who?
I couldn't hear it.
Let's see if we can pick up the infraction.
False start. The offense.
Oh yeah.
No
You
play.
see Gerald Perry.
Third down.
Gerald Perry, number 60, kind of rocking back there to make sure that he can get a shot on Bruce Smith, and because it's a dead ball foul, the rocking back, the sack doesn't count. Well, this is the stuff that's made John Elway famous. Somehow he gets his team back into the game.
They'll be back in it. He's now doing the snap count with his foot.
Smith.
John Elway, set by Bruce Smith.
Total incomplete. Destruction from the right side. Bruce Smith.
Now you see why Gerald Perry was trying to get out of his stance a little earlier on the last play.
See why Bruce Smith was the #1 player picked in the NFL draft when he came out. Horan hits a good punt against a lot of pressure. Wynn holds it up. Chris Hale fields it. And he's down at the 44-yard line. Little defensive back from USC. Well, and Bruce, better off call him boss. Followed by Perry Mason, the case of the defiant daughter, tonight on NBC. Elway moving the Broncos at a time they absolutely have to move the ball. Down by 8 after leading 21-9.
Oh, good
Screen
play.
pass. On the run is Winder. He's inside the 10 and taken out of bounds at the 5-yard, the 8-yard line. And they use only 9 seconds. Leon Seals brought him down.
Ran that play down from behind. You see the blitz, 56 tally. They take advantage of it. Sammy Winder gets a little hit on him. 47 also was in there on the blitz. Kirby Jackson.
Keith Hart's out in front blocking.
Yeah, Leon Seals all over the field today.
So the Broncos out of timeouts. Stop the clock. And now they have it first down and goal at the Bills' 7-yard line.
Look at this, 11 guys at the line of scrimmage for the Bills defense.
Draw, nothing.
Bad call.
Darryl Talley, number 56, read it all the way and stopped Sammy Winder for a 3-yard loss.
This is going to take a lot of time off the clock. I think that's what Buffalo wanted to do, is put as many guys at the line of scrimmage, make Denver think they can run it. Good defensive call by Walt Corey.
There's a throw. Oh! Touchdown Broncos. Elway guns the ball into the end zone to Ricky Nattiel, and Denver is now down 29-27 with the extra point attempt coming up at 1:25 to play.
That was James Williams, the rookie first-round draft choice in coverage, and frankly his coverage was pretty darn good. Somehow Elway got the ball in there. It'll be to the screen left. He's going to Nattiel all the way. Watch this catch. Not bad, huh?
Nattiel's made some big plays for the Broncos. Treadwell knocks the extra point through and may very well be going for the onside kick. 1:25 to play, and the Broncos are back to within 1.
Opposed what Denver's going to do. Everybody goes over to the left-hand side of the field.
Now they're just staying there. Flag has been straight out all day.
Let's see if Buffalo changes anything they're going to do here.
Here it comes. They've worked hard on this.
Uh-oh.
Ball. Buffalo has it. Metzelaars, who once scored 45 points in a college basketball game, goes high up into the air and comes down with a rebound.
Boy, from the kicking team's viewpoint, that's exactly what you want the ball to do. You kick it down into the ground so it can't be free caught. And if you're hoping the ball is a good high bounce and rattles around some hands. Treadwell does it very well. But you're right. The jump ball goes to only the tallest player as a tight end in the NFL.
There it is. Big play by Matt. Ball was up for grabs, and Metzelaars comes down with it. Thanks for the help in the booth to Larry Pollock, Terry Holler, Michael Gluck, and Steve Solomon. The executive producer of NBC Sports is Terry O'Neill. Our producer today, Terry Ewert. Director Andy Rosenberg. Associate Director John Gilmartin. As the Broncos are now powerless to stop the clock. A most unusual game turned by the Buffalo defense. So Coach Reeves and the Broncos getting set for the long trip back to Denver. They'll be at home against the Cleveland Browns in their next game. And the Bills will be back here at Rich Stadium next Sunday. They'll hook up with the LA Raiders.
Now this one goes down in my scrapbook. This is the biggest turnaround I've ever seen in as short a time as it happened.
That's it. The Bills come back to win it. Down at halftime 14-3, down 21-9 in the fourth quarter, and they win the game 29-28. Coach Levy in his long years in football, I'm sure this has got to be a hallmark game for him also, certainly as a head coach. So at the final score, Buffalo 29 and Denver 28. Stay with us for NFL Live in Game 2 of our NFL doubleheader.
Final score, Buffalo 29, Denver 28.
For Bob Trumpy, this is Don Crickey. Glad you could be with us in Buffalo. There's more football coming up on NBC Sports.
You can't